I am J. Randall Wilkerson, author of the Heart Failure Recovery Plan, Successful Heart Regeneration Using Metabolic Enzymes. This is part 34 of a 58-part series of videos on the entire book, chapter by chapter. We will get into the subject of whole grains. While I turn there, just review our introductory video so you get a background of this entire book. Whole grains are often commented on in the news by nutritionists and by doctors as healthy whole grains. Yet, 30 years ago, one of my doctors issued a prescription to stop eating anything made with wheat. At the time, I did not understand why. I had suffered from an average of 3 viral infections or influenzas per winter. And I found out he felt that wheat caused congestion in the lungs, leading to frequent lung infections. His prescription worked. I rarely got sick after that. In the first few weeks after I stopped eating wheat-based products, my weight plummeted downward 17 pounds. My body mass index was no higher than 22 at the time, so 17-pound loss is very significant. My wife and I scrambled to find foods that we could eat besides oatmeal. We found many rice-based pastas, macaroni, spaghettis, and baking flours. We even found a baking flour mix from Fern's that made pancakes and muffins. Today I have advanced to a tabletop flour mill, an actually stone grind flour mill that's only about 8 inches square. It's made in Germany by Fidibus. I use it to make spelt, an ancient form of wheat, oat, and rice flour. Fresh flour is much higher in flavor and also nutrition than something that's been sitting on a store shelf in a bag. Spelt is a very complex ancient form of wheat which is absorbed in the digestive system very slowly, so the glycemic index for spelt bread is between 45 and 54, putting it into the low category for blood sugar impact. Spelt bread, pancakes, muffins, pizza, spaghetti, noodles, crackers, none of these varieties cause blood sugar spikes like wheat, which, as we reviewed in the part 30 section on sugar, can be harmful to heart failure subjects. Removing wheat from our diet, we found, caused dramatic weight loss. It seems that it is the primary fattening agent in modern food production today. Wheat foods include breads, muffins, cookies, cakes, donuts, cereals, pizza, pasta, breaded fish, fried chicken, pancakes, waffles, every form of noodle, spaghetti, and pasta, so on, that it's amazing that we have survived all these years without wheat products. A single slice of bread can spike your glucose sugar levels more than the same amount of pure sugar in a bowl. Even wheat breads, whole wheat breads, now use wheat varieties that trigger a craving that affects the brain, causing you to demand more and more and more. When your body is weak from heart failure, you will need to alter your diet to reduce body weight. And to permanently cut out anything made with wheat may sound like a radical, crazy idea, yet it yields an extremely simple diet. You have to eat more vegetables, fruits, nuts, and other healthy foods found around the grocery store perimeter. Oats, brown rice, complex grain foods like spelt digest slowly, and such grains provide a stable, slow uptake to prevent insulin spikes and the risk of diabetes. There are more in-depth books on the subject, and they are quite extensive. The Wheat Belly, Lose the Wheat, Lose the Weight, and Find Your Path Back to Health by William Davis has now been replaced with a new edition, The Wheat Belly Total Health. And then Grain Brain, The Surprising Truth About Wheat, Carbs, and Sugar, Your Brain's Silent Killers, are by Dr. David Perlmutter. I recommend that you read these, borrow them from your library. They are eye-opening. Several years ago, I decided to reduce my consumption of certain foods at breakfast and increased the number of oatmeal breakfasts that I ate. I knew that common store-bought oatmeal was pretty stale, low in flavor, so I wanted to increase the flavor and the nutrition level so that I could stick to such a diet. I researched and found that boxed oatmeal has been steam dried to make it stable, whereas if you take whole oat grains, which are called groats, oat groats, and just put them through a hand-cranked flaker, the nutrition level, protein level, potassium, everything is double your standard Quaker Oats packaged oats. And the flavor is double and triple as well. It even cooks faster because it's more moist. In Derbyshire, United Kingdom, coal miners preferred to eat oat cakes instead of wheat bread because it gave them more strength and stamina. So the oatmeal flaker I use is a German model by Schnitzer called the Campo, C-A-M-P-O. It takes me about 1 minute to crank through a half cup of oat groats to make a full heaping cup of oats for my wife and myself each morning, or at least 4 meals per week. You can get oat groats in a 50-pound bag and simply pour it into a 5-gallon bucket with a screw lid, and that lasts us for a year. We use approximately $1 each week for breakfast for 2 of us. The FDA recognizes oatmeal as a dietary product that may reduce the risk of heart disease. Now, research has found that oatmeal fiber meals lowers LDL cholesterol. In my case, it lowered my cholesterol 19 points. Now, the oatmeal cholesterol connection that is, has shown that it lowers high blood pressure, weight gain, and type 2 diabetes. This is in a clinical study referenced in the book. Typical decreases are 7.5 millimeters mercury systolic pressure just by eating oatmeal. Another study revealed daily oatmeal consumption lowers cholesterol 8 to 23%. The Physicians' Health Study examined oatmeal for 19.6 years. A total of 21,376 persons took part. Those men who enjoyed a daily morning bowl of whole grain oatmeal had a 29% lower risk of heart failure. So get this clear. This is a heart failure recovery plan and a 29% reduction in risk just from eating oatmeal. So a balanced diet can include whole grain foods, just not anything made with wheat. It has become an addictive genetically engineered product that fattens more than anything else. Some pizza chains are now offering wheat-free pizzas, Domino's and Pizza Hut. You can also find breads in most supermarket freezer cases that are free of wheat. Every extra pound over your ideal weight imposes a load on your heart muscle, back pressure on the heart. Too much load and your heart cannot feed itself with enough nutrients to recover. So you will need to reduce weight, reduce anything that overloads the heart. I'm J. Randall Wilkerson, author of the Heart Failure Recovery Plan, Successful Heart Regeneration Using Metabolic Enzymes. This book is available at Amazon in print and Kindle editions. It's available at the Apple iTunes Store in iBooks edition, on eBay in a print edition, and directly from the publisher, Wilkerson and Hughes. P.O. Box 777, Altoona, Florida, 32702. Just send a check for $24 to include the shipping cost. Thank you for listening.